I know that so many people now are feeling really flat, really blah. I think it's normal as you get older to feel more emotionally stable, and often that means at the lower range, it's the peaks that have mostly gone, but yes, also the troughs. But the level is closer to the troughs than the peaks for most people as they get older. But there's also various phenomena in the external world, in society, that are absolutely contributing to a dead feeling. There's so many zombies now. Look, it's not all negative, but mostly what do we do? Well, before that, just a couple things. Music. Music's pretty flat when you look at the most popular stuff. But let's remember, you dig and you can find the best jazz ever. And if you go past certain kinds of kind of obvious dissonant classical music, you can find amazing classical music. You go to soundtracks a lot for that. Really heartful kind of indie, no other terms, I don't want to say the words, but this kind of like really heartful, sort of folky, whatever. That genre, there's tons of amazing, really beautiful stuff, just singer-songwriter, whatever you want to call it. Amazing pop, like Blondie and The Police and Queen. This is hard to find now. This is really, there's not so much of it. But I'm digressing into music too much. And most people are both dopamine deprived because they're on their devices too much. The phone has really done a lot. And just the financial system is sucking more out of every dollar, more out of every euro that of every year, and everybody's getting poorer. So that sucks. And there's all these things economically. And so, yes, back to the main point, which is solutions. How do you get your feeling of wonder back, but as a person that's more mature, that understands the world more, that is more, yes, of course, jaded, but that's what we want to overcome. Yeah, you can fall in love, and that's another thing I want to mention. It seems like nobody's falling in love hardly anymore. It seems, no, it's a fact. It's statistically borne out. So yeah, you can fall in love, but that's not so easy. So as far as falling in love, join a club. Join a club in your area. Show up regularly, and don't like drool over any prospects. Just take your time and don't stare at them. Don't scare them away, and you might find love that way. But that's a hard one. Just show your face. 90% of success is just showing up. Art. Do you have art in you? Creativity. Creativity is super important. Could be gardening. Could be various things. But remember, it could be dance, and that would also help in finding a mate. Could be dance. Could be in sculpting and articulating your body. It could be. But it surely could be any form of visual art. And remember, there's freaky forms of visual art. There's crochet, there's macrame, there's jewelry making, there is all kinds. There's getting little sticks and stuff in nature and pasting them onto a board and making a something with that. There's doing mandalas. There's weird stuff that you can do. Visual art is open. There's just singing, and you could go out into nature and sing. There's all kinds of different things that you can do. And of course you can pick up an instrument. You can make little films. Nature. Nature is a win every single time. This will absolutely help you get your wonder back. Guaranteed, 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 guaranteed. Nature, hikes, walks, just chilling out. Finding a place in nature that you can make your own. You know, just go to your local trail and cruise up it, and then find that spot where you can just duck off the trail, and within 5 minutes you're sitting down, and that is your spot. And you can bring a book, you can bring that art, you can bring various things, activities to do, and you go to that nature spot and you live, and you go through whatever layers of numbness to get back to you. You can get a massage. If you got any money, remember, you can get a massage. You can have spa days. You got to do that for yourself. You could pursue being in the best shape you've ever been in your life. You could heal. You could heal certain things physically. You could heal emotionally. Of course, you could go to therapy. You could join a church. You could become a Buddhist. You could go on a spiritual quest. You could go on a pilgrimage. You could go on a pilgrimage of any sort. I once did a pilgrimage on Frank Lloyd Wright's spots in Phoenix, Arizona with a friend. That was wonderful. You could go on a pilgrimage. You could go on a fast. The list goes on. I think the video's long enough. But people, you can get your wonder back. You can get your Mojo back. Mojo. You could get your juju back. You could get your magic back. You could get back into form. And remember, as you do that, you are healing the world. Healing your life is always a wonderful, wonderful thing to do for the whole world. Everybody's pain, every bad situation, all the pollution, all the crimes, all the corruption, all the evil. Healing yourself, making yourself happier, it heals the entire planet. It's all inside you in a certain way. So, best of luck on your journey. All good things to you. Take care.